Ladies and gentlemen, my YouTube is your boy Aswar Walker, hitting y'all up with a New Year's Eve random controller repair video. I done like a gazillion of these, but yeah, so I already took the controller partially apart. I did all that off because I've done a lot of these videos. So yeah, this is a good old standard PlayStation BD. I think this, I didn't check. Like I didn't even hook it up and check to see how bad the, like, I got to the point where if my clients or customers or even coworkers who I do these repairs for, they say it's stick drift, I don't even check. I don't even hook it up to DualShock tools. I just say, "I fuck it." I go right in because the end result is what matters. So I'll just go right in. So this is a controller from one of my esteemed co-worker colleagues, a.k.a. Brolic dude. I got unique names for my co-workers. I got Brolic dude because he's big, tall, and brolic. I got tall dude because he's taller than almost everybody at the store. I got Beard Dude because he has a very well kept beard, so I call him Beard Dude. They cool with it. You know what I'm saying? At any time, if they wasn't cool with it, they would let me know. But they're cool with it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my coworker Brolic Dude, this controller had stick drift for a while. It probably had stick drift for a significant while because it's a BDM 10 or 20. See, I got to the point where when I open these up, I can tell what it is. Well, I can instantly tell what it is without even hooking it up to DualShock 2, simply because you see the two wires. Oh shit, I'm not good with the reverse. Okay, two wires. So if it's just a red and black wire, it can only be one of two controllers. It can either be the BDM 10 or the BDM 20. Because if it's I think I've never seen, and I said this on a previous video. I don't think I've ever seen a BDM 30. I don't think I've ever seen a BDM 30, so I don't know what the BDM 30 looks like inside. I might have and didn't check, but actually no, because most of the time when I'm done with these repairs, when I'm calibrating the controller with DualShock tools, I see what control. I don't recall ever seeing a BDM 30. I've seen countless BDM 10s, countless BDM 20s. The PearlSense controller, the PearlSense controller that I pimped out, that was a BDM 40. I remember because I bought it from GameStop. I bought it refurbished from GameStop, and it was in great condition. But I knew it had like the shitty regular analog stick, so I'm like, all right, we're gonna Hall effect it. But that was like the first BDM 40 I've seen. I think the one of the blue controllers that I bought off of eBay that had stick drift, I think one of those was a BDM 40 as well. And my personal controller was a BDM 50. I've seen a couple of BDM 50s before, but I don't recall ever seeing a BDM 30. That's probably the most obscure model number in the PlayStation controller library. I don't think I've ever seen a BDM 30. They allegedly exist. Like the BDM 30 is equivalent to the 1.30. No, it's equivalent to the 1.3 original Xbox motherboard. I've seen a 1.1. I've seen a 1.2. I've seen a 1.4, and then no, actually, yeah, I've seen a 1.4. I've seen a 1.6. That's the 1.6 was the last ones. They took away they took away the LPC pin headers, so you couldn't. So you had to rebuild that with precise soldering skill to use an Aladdin chip or like an executor chip. I've seen them. I've never seen I've never seen a one for the original Xbox motherboards. I've never seen a 1.3, and I've never seen a 1.5. If it ain't a 1.0 or 1.1 or 1.4, or 1.6, which is the last revision, I've never seen a 1. Because you could identify the 1.0 up to the 1.2 because the heatsink actually has a little bitty tiny ass fan on the heatsink to keep, like, I think That's like that's not the C. It's the C. That's not the CPU chip. That's the South Bridge, I think. It's one of them shits. But it's there to keep that shit cool. So that's how you know it's a 1.1.0 or 1.1 motherboard. I've never seen a 1.3 or 1.5 in the original Xbox motherboard. Just like I've never seen a BDM30 PS5 controller. I've never seen a BDM30 ever. They exist allegedly, but I've never seen one. But yeah, we about to jump right in. I'm gonna retune the camera and we're gonna get started. Yeah, so yeah, this is a BDM 10 or 20 because it's only two wires. It's a red and black wire for the vibration motors. Whereas the BDM, I was gonna start from the 40 because I've never seen the 30. So starting from the BDM 40 and up, I think it's the same for the 30. But remember, like the said throughout countless times throughout this video, I've never seen the BDM 30. But the BDM 40 and 50, it's four wires. It's red, black, green, and yellow. Whereas the BDM 10 and 20, it's just two. You know what I'm saying? It's the easiest to desolder. It's one of the easiest boards to desolder. Because it's only two wires, but when you start using the flux and when you start using like the flux and the wick, it gets a little annoying. Whereas whatever they do with the BDM 40 and 50s is really easy. Like I'm about to get a desoldering vacuum, so if I do some more hold up. If I do some more DualSense Edge controllers, this is my personal one. I bought this from GameStop. I'm shocked they didn't just ship it from the GameStop in Hillside. I would have been had it, but they shipped this from fucking Delaware, and I'm like, bruh, but it's a blessing in disguise because if it didn't take me so long to get this controller, I would have never attempted to do the DualSense modules myself. I would have never did these modules. I would have never did the modules myself. I did in like my in my previous video, I did these myself in the most dangerous way because I know Stick Repair, I think that's their channel name, Stick Repair. I know Stick Repair, like, and it was so funny because I seen another one in the video. It says, yeah, you don't want to use hot air. And I'm like, I know you don't want to use hot air, but I'm skilled. I've been doing this for a very long time, so I'm pretty good. Now, but do I prefer to use the hot air? Fuck no. That's why I'm about to buy a desoldering vacuum sometime this week. I'm going to buy the desoldering vacuum to make it easier because since the DualSense stick modules are so small, you have to have heightened precision to not fuck up. The reason I took the chance, like as I said in that video, I took the chance because it was my personal controller. I'm like, I could just buy another analog stick module, but I was successful the first time doing the most dangerous way possible, so I don't have to buy some other ones. And I know there's some profit there, but think about it, like, okay, you got me being a tech and knowing how to do this shit like the way I know how to do it, I still think like the average consumer. The average consumer, like that's what the average consumer in New Jersey. Like Buddy is in, I think he's like in Michigan or some shit. And the motherfuckers be sending them controllers. I'm like, yo, more power to you. In Jersey, it's not like that. Like in Jersey, motherfuckers will just buy a whole other controller. It's like, yo, we'll just buy a whole other controller instead of getting the stick modules repaired. And you can, like, I've been to GameStop, I've put the idea in people's ears, like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I know how to do that. They don't care. It's like, it's because of where I'm at. Like, they would prefer to spend significantly more money either to get another stick module that's going to fail, you know what I'm saying? It took a while. It took a while for me to start convincing my coworkers, but the coworkers that I work, like, you know, the coworkers that, you know, I've done jobs for, they're supremely satisfied. Like one of my closest coworkers, Charlie, he got two done. He don't use any other controller. My coworker, Brian, I fixed this. He gave me two broke controllers to fix to fix the one he wanted to use. He probably don't use any other controller. So yeah. So yeah, but yeah, so I pulled this off the most dangerous way possible. I'm talking about like the precision you can get these sticks too are phenomenal. But again, I had like for these, I had to buy the ghillie kits. Whereas for like the regular controllers, I use these $11 joints that I buy off of Amazon. You know what I'm saying? But the creme de la creme are the TMRs. They're like the ghillie kits. So for the edge, you pretty much have to use if you want the best performance or whatnot. And the actual ghillie kit TMRs, they have a very low power consumption. So that's what makes them like the best. They're $17. That's a premium price for quality analog, for quality Hall effect sticks. They're $17. So yeah, but I did this myself using the hot air. I did it with the hot air. Do I prefer to do it with the hot air? No. I'm buying a desoldering vacuum, but but I pulled it off. I did it. So we about to get right into this. Let me okay, yeah, my iron is plugged up. Well, that's a good view. Hold up. Yeah. Okay, I gotta get a better tripod. Oh my god, that shit just fell. What the fuck? My bad, y'all. Yeah, my tripod thingy is on crack. Alright, there, that's good. Alright. Okay, now I adjust all of this from the webcam. Okay. Okay, that's the highest I can go. Alright, how much zoom can we get? Alright, I'm about to dive right on in. Turn my iron on. Got my soldering stuff behind me. I think I have just enough wick to complete this. I think I have just enough wick to complete this. See? It looks like a little bit, but it's deceptively a lot. But since I'm about to get a desoldering vacuum, I'll probably give that to one of my coworkers who want to learn how to do this shit. Now I'm gonna need my flux. Oh, you know, like, my actual solder. Damn, this stuff expires September of next year. I don't recall solder ever expiring, but alright. Finger tip, pause. Fuck. I'm gonna do this. I'm letting my phone charge, so I'm about to go to the gym. So I'm gonna try to do this real quick in less than an hour, so I can go to the gym. All right. Oh, this one's kind of tough. Hold on, I might have to mix the cheap solder in there first. Mix some cheap solder in there. Or it might be my fan. Hold on, I need to move my fan down some. All right, perfect. But all right, all right. Now that was a first. I never had to like mix the cheap solder while the wire was in there. There we go. I'm gonna add a little more too. I'm gonna add some more to that. All right. I really don't need no fume extractor for that, but you know, I always say better safe than sorry. All right, now we're gonna add a little bit more to that. All right, that's perfect. All right, that's perfect. All right, we definitely got to get the other side. I wonder how far I can zoom in. Hold on, I'm gonna try to give y'all a little bit better angle. But it's gonna shake. I gotta I probably gotta get. I'm not a big fan of AI, especially how it's fucking up the game industry, making RAM more expensive and shit like that. But I would get an AI webcam to make certain things improve, like certain angles and certain levels of zoom when I'm soldering and stuff. But other than that, fuck AI, man. I've seen The Matrix. I've seen the Terminator 2. I don't want the world to be to end up like that. And I think AI should be used as a tool. It shouldn't be given a will of its own. But, you know, the people that run the world ain't going to listen until it's too late. But neither here or there. If the shit goes to hell, I'm moving to space. All right? Perfect. Okay. All right, so we took care of that in advance. Clean thy tip. All right. Whew. All right, so we got that desoldered, so we could just. Oh, let me zoom out. Okay, hold up. Push this on out. It's not another. Oh yeah, yeah. That's I'm like. I don't know. I ain't tripping. Ain't no other screw. All right, and this is what we get when you push it out the main board. All right, so we're gonna take the speaker off and leave the speaker in the shell. All right, and we're gonna put this to the side. We don't need this right now, so I'll throw that over there. We're gonna take the analog stick caps off. And lo and behold, the shitty potentiometer analog sticks. Now, the other thing I will say about the stick repair company people, they are like, for a cheaper price, they'll just replace your potentiometers. Like, I respect them for that. Like, me personally, I believe the potentiometers are absolutely fucking pointless, and I can't speak for stick drift repair dude. I might believe he feels the same way, but again, back to what it's all about, certain types of people, you can't tell them anything. You can't tell them nothing. So for the sake of business, and since that online personality is actually making significant company type money off of this shit, I understand that better than anybody. Like, I understand that. I know some motherfuckers you can't tell anything. So I know the type. So, but the fact, anybody who like get their controller done by me, I'm not replacing the potentiometers. I'm not doing it. Even though the price of the potentiometer sticks on Amazon, at least on Amazon, they're like $2 to $3 cheaper than getting the Hall effects. And I'm like, the ones I buy off of Amazon from these ain't the Hyperkin ones. I forgot the um I'll link it in the description. The sticks that I buy. I've done it before, but I'll link it again. I'll link the sticks that I actually get. You get four for like $12. So I'm like, bruh, you get four for $12. Why would you ever go back to the potentiometers? But the one downside, like, if you've already done business with the stick drift dude, keep fucking with him, because like he knows what he's doing. Like, I've seen a couple of the shorts. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's probably just as experienced as I am, if not more. But the only thing why, let's say, in an alternate universe, I didn't know how to do any of this, right? And I had to, like, rely on spending money to get the shit done, just to have someone else do these tech level repair skills for me. My gripe with stick repair dude is his turnaround time, bruh. 21 plus days. I'm like, bruh, nah, I need my controller now. And there's options to get your shit quicker, but I've seen the prices. I'm like, yeah, the prices are downright criminal. But like, to a certain extent, since dude is in Michigan. But I'm like, bruh, that turnaround time, it couldn't be me. So I'm glad I have the skills that I have, because I ain't waiting 21 days. Like, basically, my coworkers could vouch. Like, my turnaround time, since I don't live too far from my job, my turnaround time is phenomenally insane. Like, my coworker Brian, he got his controller back the next day. I mean, I literally went to work, right? But I wasn't there for work. I was there, I was a customer. And I bought some spray paint while I was there. I went there. I went to work. I found them. Well, I only wear my glasses when I'm working at work, so I didn't have my glasses on. He was like, Adam, like, what? I'm like, oh shit. So bam, he got his controller back the next day. Brolic dude, he could potentially get his controller back probably Thursday. If he's at the job Thursday or Friday, I'll go and take it to him. Like, boom, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but let's say I had some of you internet clients, wanted to send your controller in. I would try to make that turnaround time fast and affordable within reasonable means, okay? Because these things use a lithium-ion battery, so it can't go air. Like, no matter what shipping service you choose, no matter if you choose UPS, USPS, FedEx, it has a lithium-ion battery. It has one of these. So these are banned from air travel. These will not ship by air. They have to ship ground. That's the rule. I can't change that. So, but from what I noticed, if it's anywhere in the US, it could be, the shipping price is anywhere between 13 to 15 bucks. So if I ever had like online customers, I would make this affordable, you know what I'm saying? basically, if you supplied your own sticks, right? If you supplied your own sticks, and you paid for shipping both ways, I would only charge like $30 for this. You know what I'm saying? So that the $30 would be my complete profit. That would be my, if you went that route of sending in your own sticks, if you went the route of sending in your own sticks with if you sent in your own, like, either way, shipping is going to be on the responsibility of the buyer. So I'll make sure it gets done. Like, basically, you cover the shipping. When I send it back, like when I send it back out, I'll give you a tracking number. Or hell, I'll probably do a Discord like, yo, boom, I'm at the post office. You know what I'm saying? Just because a lot of people feel uneasy. Like, fucking with new people. I'm the same way. That's what I'm saying. I'm the same way. After the one bad experience I had on eBay, I'm the same way. So, because again, I originally was gonna send my sticks in to a person to a person in Philly who did this, and they had the best price point on all of eBay. They was only charging $60 to do, but you send in your sticks, and Buddy fixed both sticks, and he installed TMR, and he did everything for you for $60. I'm like, that's pretty impressive. That was a good deal. But GameStop they sent this controller from fucking Delaware, and it was one in Hillside. No, was it Delaware? I think it was Delaware. Yeah, they sent this controller from Delaware, and it was one in Hillside. I'm like, bruh, I'm thinking since I'm in Jersey, alright, they just gonna ship a controller from Hill. Alright, he's in Jersey, so they have the black edge controller in stock in Hillside. But the Hillside one might not have had everything that came with it. So if that was the case, I respect their decision, because the one that I got from Delaware, it came with like the little, damn, I put it on my controller bin and I ain't taking it out. But it came with the case, all of the attachments and everything. So I respect that. I'm like, all right, so if the one from Delaware had everything with it to be like close to a complete experience, I'm not upset. Alright, cool. I can accept that. So that might have been the situation. Like, okay, the one in Hillside was probably just a controller, so we can't charge you the premium refurbished price if we don't have everything with it. So thank you, GameStop, for that. But yeah, I got everything with it. It came with like the wire, the little wire locker thing. It came with everything. So I took the sticks that was already in there, TMR'd them, put the calibration wire, and I did it all myself. So like I said, it was a blessing in disguise that it took so long, because I ended up doing everything myself. Like, it sucks for the person who could have made the $60. So I would have got it done. But now I know how to do it myself, and I did it with the hot air. So yeah, we got the shitty sticks, the shitty potentiometers. I think I said this in the last video. Companies probably get these shits for less than a penny. So from a company standpoint, yeah, it'll suck for the consumer because they have to keep getting these replaced or buy a whole nother controller. But for the company side, they're paying less than a penny for these shits probably. So from a company standpoint, I'm like they're going to keep paying less than a penny. Why would you go up to paying 10 cents per stick for a Hall Effect stick when you're getting these for next to nothing? Again, it sucks for the consumer. I understand that. I'm a consumer, so you know what I'm saying? It sucks for the consumer, but that's why I took the time to gain the skills and talents to know how to do this shit, so I don't have to tolerate that shit. But yeah. Now, even though I think I'm at the level where I don't need aluminum foil, guess what we're doing? Aluminum foil. I don't care, but I've done countless controllers, and I've used the aluminum foil for every last one. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Aluminum foil it is. So I ain't full of shit. And what's sad is I actually have Kapton tape, but I think I got like, what did I buy? I think I bought my Kapton tape off of I think I bought it off of Amazon, but that shit, the adhesiveness is kind of trash. So I'm like, I might get some off. Did I get it off of Amazon? I might have got that. I'm gonna check my purchase. I'm gonna check my purchase history. I might have got it off of Amazon, but then again, I could have got it off of Temu, not Temu, motherfucking AliExpress. I don't know, because the stuff I got from AliExpress, like the soldering stuff I got off of AliExpress, was quality. Like the BDM10 motherboard that I had replaced, I got that shit from AliExpress, and I got that shit like within a week. So, like, I've heard people with their have horror stories from AliExpress, but I've never had a bad experience with them. Like, AliExpress has always been blessing me, so I'm like, yo, I fucks with them. All right, so we put the aluminum foil. Man, this aluminum foil kind of cheap. I gotta get. I'm probably gonna buy some Reynolds today. Yeah, even though it's little holes, like little gaps in the aluminum foil, I'm pretty precise with it. So, hey, what the fuck is my foil? Oh. All right, that's what we got so far. So now we're gonna precisely cover these the middle stuff up. Some more foil. All right, perfect. All right, that's what we got. I've been doing this aluminum foil for a while, so I'm gonna keep doing it because it works. Well, wait, probably the desoldering vacuum, I won't have to use the aluminum foil no more. So it'll really be an end of an era, because I've been using aluminum foil for every controller I've ever fixed. But, I'll make sure, that's why I always make sure the aluminum foil get its props, because it has guided me through countless controllers. I'll put a little more on here. Alright, now it's fun time. Alright. I think I could just zoom out real quick. Matter of fact, I can. There we go. Alright. Zoom in. flux going. Okay, I'm not going to mix in the cheap solder yet. I'm going to get the sticks off. Okay. Whew. Alright, folks. It's hot air time. Oh, where's my grabby grabbers? Okay. I wonder if I still have it down. Oh, yeah, nah. We're going to have to. I had it down because I was, I had it down because I was taking a, I was taking a, you know the touchpad? Like, you know the touchpad? So to loosen the adhesive that's on the touchpad, to get it off of the touchpad main board, you have to hit it with some hot air. Alright, we getting it in. Let's go. Now, if you see how these joints right here are bubbling, that's because I mixed in the leaded solder. So the leaded solder has a way lower melting point than the lead free solder. That's what makes this take a while. Oh, there we go. We getting shiny now, like a shiny Pokemon. Maybe I should have mixed in the cheap solder first. That would have made this much quicker, but it's coming along now, so. There we go. We almost there. I can feel it moving. Yep. Okay. Stick number one. Yep. Stick number one. See, I do this part like this first, and then when I get ready to use the wick, when I get ready to hit it with the desoldering wick, that's when I mix in the leaded solder to make the wicking process more easier. Okay, oh, okay. This side is coming along way better. Second side done. Okay. All right. Second crappy stick. Okay. What the fuck? Second stick. And as an added bonus, whenever I do these, I always give the old sticks to my coworkers or my client. I always give them the old sticks to show them like the process of this shit. And now I'm done with my grabby grabbers. I can put them back. I'm waiting for my wand to turn off. It'll turn off in a second. Alright, now we let that settle in for a second. Let the board cool off. Whew. All we done, aluminum foil. So this might be potentially the last video of me using aluminum foil. Even though the wand is like it might not be. Matter of fact, nah, I ain't gonna even say that. I might not be putting the aluminum foil the rest for regular controls. Like when I'm doing regular joints like this, I might still use the hot air in the aluminum foil because it's way faster than the desoldering vacuum. Hitting each pin, you know what I'm saying, then hoping that it will. It's still for standard DualSense controllers, and actually I did it for the Switch Pro controller too. This is still faster. So for these, aluminum foil might still be the star of the show. So I might be still using, more than likely, I'll probably still be using aluminum foil for these. But for the edge modules, the aluminum foil is retired. I'm using the I'm getting like one of the little circle clamp thingies, because those things are small. I like, yo, you watch my last video, you're gonna be like, wow, how the fuck did he pull that off? I shown that you can do it with the hot air, but you gotta be extra careful, extra precise. A shit ton of Capiton tape and aluminum foil. If you don't have the circular clamp gripper thingy and you're using these, the aluminum foil is what helped this grip the module. So shout outs to aluminum foil, man. It's just so fucking handy. Yo, so I just thought about it. Like, you know how if you ever played this game called Dead Rising, right? Now, Dead Rising 2 introduced a protagonist named Chuck Green. And they made duct tape the star of the show. Nah, it should have been aluminum foil. Even though duct tape is cool, aluminum foil should have had some spotlight in the Dead Rising universe. Alright, might be cool enough. Alright, so you know what? I'm going to go straight into desoldering these holes, and then I'm going to clean the other side of the board. Alright, now, good old aluminum foil could come off. See, now you see how these are well intact still? That's what the aluminum foil is for. Even though I'm probably precise now, I don't risk it. Especially if it's someone else's controller. I don't risk it if it's someone else's controller. My controller, maybe. Somebody else's shit, no. Because then you have to replace it. I'm sure none of the foil gets stuck in. Hold on, let me spin the board over. Okay. See, this is the other side, but we gotta clean the little plastic residue from the previous analog stick. So we're gonna clean this off before we put the new sticks on. But I want to get right into desoldering these holes. Oh, but before we do that, we hit it with the leaded solder to make that process significantly easier. Oh. Alright, that should be more than enough. I'm starting to see the blackness of the oxidation, so clean off your tip. Pause. Woo! Alright. We got that on there. Clean the tip again. Mind y'all, I've been using this same. I've never used the. Ever since I got like my little mini soldering station, I've never used a different tip yet. I have them. I think they're somewhere in this in my soldering plastic tubby thingy, but I haven't used a different one yet. I've been using the same one. Okay. Oh no, no, we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna now we John Wick it. I ain't picking that shit up. Let's go. Matter of fact, nah, I still think it's enough wick from. We're gonna try something. We're gonna whip the. We're gonna hit the wick with some flux. We're gonna dive right in. Yeah. All right, got that one. Got it. Okay. Almost. Got it. Got it. I've gotten way better at this. I will say that, but I'm still gonna be the desoldering vacuum is still gonna be my preferred way. Whew, I got it. That wasn't fun. There. All right. I was on a roll. Give me a second. I gotta re-up the flux. Oh shit, where are my scissors? Oh, give me a second. Let me grab the scissors real quick. What? Take a sip of water. See, we got a decent amount off of that wick. With this one strain of wick, we got that much done. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes done. That was definitely an AO, but I just didn't feel like saying it. Did we get it? Sometimes it'll push the solder to the other side. That's what you... Well, it's still recoverable, but it's annoying. Alright, we'll do another hole. Alright, we got that one. Oh, fuck. Got that one. Got that one. Almost got that one. Now, it's going to be a couple of stingy ones that's going to give you a hard time, so be prepared for that. Okay, we got that one. Almost. I'm going to get that one some more. Alright. Got it? Alright. Got it. Okay. Almost. Got it. Okay, so I think it's just that one hole here at the bottom. I think it's this one. We might have to do from the other side. Alright, here, I'm going to flip it over and see if I can do it from the other side. Alright. I think we got it from the other side. Let me see something. Oh, we got it. Okay. It was just a shit ton of flux that made it look like we didn't get it. Okay. Yeah, this is the test I do. I got like a little chisel tool, and I'll see if the chisel goes to the other side. Let me see if I can let y'all get this angle of how that is. Oh, y'all can get that. Okay. I can see it. It's not super clear, but this is, you don't have to use a chisel tool. You can use a toothpick. Like a lot of people do use a toothpick with this. I prefer my little metal chisel thingy. If the chisel goes through, you're good. Or the toothpick, if you use the toothpick method, if it goes through, that means you did it efficiently and correctly. Oh, this thing going through? Hold up. Yeah, it went through. Okay, that's just a lot of shit ton of flux I gotta clean up. All right. Yep. 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 Um, yep. We in there. Okay. All right. We're gonna dive straight into the other side, and then I'm just gonna do all the cleaning in one shot. All right. Start with some fresh wick. Clean the tip. All right. Ooh. It's almost time to get some more flux, though. I'm running low. Alright, let's get right into it. Oh boy, I hate when it does that shit. Come on. Lock the fuck in. Damn. That's why I can't wait to get the clamp thingy. This should be moving sometimes. Got it. Hole number 1. Alright. Got it. Okay. Number 2. We're going to try the 4 corners method with this one. And then we're going to do all the little holes. Got it. Okay. Bruh. Okay. Got it. Cut. We got all 4 corners. And we're going to start at the ones at the bottom. Got that one. Got that one. Got it? Okay. Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. Oh shit, my bad. I didn't know it was not in focus. After this one, I'm gonna move the camera over. Got it. Over. There we go. Okay. Almost. Got it. Oh, I thought I got a cheat code. Let me see something. Cut here. Got it. And the last one. Bruh. Hold up. Alright, last one. It's being one of those ones that's trying to push it to the other side. Oh my god. Hold up. Got it. Okay. Let me see this one. Got it. Okay. Now it's time for the chisel test. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yep. 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 Definitely yep. Another definitely yep. 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 Hold up. Definitely yep. Okay. Yep. 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 Definitely yep. And definitely yep. Okay. Now, time to clean the board. I'm running low on flux and wick. Well, no, I might have enough. I ain't gonna say one more controller. I'm a, 'cause this might be the last one I have to do it with Wick. I'll be able to just desolder it. I'll just be able to use a desoldering vacuum. Okay. All right, where's my toothbrush? Oh, alcohol. Alright, even, okay, so this looks, the little burn marks, it's not burnt. It's actually the color of the wick. Oh, okay, I don't need this for this part. Now we clean. Hold on. Fuck. The fuck? How the fuck? Damn, that shit huge. I didn't want to do that. Oh, okay. What the fuck? I had to minimize this shit. I actually did. Okay, there we go. We back. Alright, there we go. And now we're about to clean the board. Zoom in a little bit. Alright. Now this first, we do the spray a toothbrush method. Alright. My bad. Yeah, sometimes I pick up the board to get a good grip and then hit it up like this with the alcohol. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Let me try to first let me wipe my surface off. Okay. Where the? Okay, I think it's this one. A little bit more. Bruh, please stop doing that. Alright, now let me go over it with the microfiber. Now I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick it up so I get a grip and do that. I'll bring it back. Now you ain't gonna completely get the flux residue off. You don't want to. You want some of that to be on, so that way when you're soldering the sticks, the new sticks in, it'll be significantly easier. Alright, now it's time to do the other side. Make sure I get those chips because I seen some of the flux go over there. Alright. Hold up. Alright. Do a little in-depth with the chisel toolie. Oh goodness. Oh, I know what I'll do for that. Oh, perfect. See? Went right through. All right. All right. Now we scrape off the leftover plastic residue. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that on the camera. Okay. Now don't use too much force because you don't want to scrape the PCB. Whew. All right. All right. Oh, shit. Okay. This side right here. Clean. Now we're going to do the other side. That sounds ultra easy. Clean PCB. God damn it. All right, there we go. See? Clean PCB. Let's give it one more over wipe before we put the sticks in. All right. Now, let's see if we could just put the sticks in flush. And if it's like a little bit of residual solder, then it will stay. And it'll make this process a whole lot easier. Okay, it's flush. Damn, I outdid myself with this one. But this side ain't going to stay, so I'm going to have to hold it. Let's try the other side. Alright, be careful doing this part because you don't want to stab yourself in the finger. Alright, see, this part has some residual solder, so perfect. Just a little bit. You don't want too much. You want just enough to hold the stick in place. If your desoldering has some left over. See, I don't have this side, I don't have to hold it. But the other side I'm going to definitely have to hold. Make sure it's all the way in, make sure it's flush and not moving. And make sure all the pins went through. It was an instance one time that I did one of these and all the pins ain't go through, so I had to use the hot air again to make sure all the pins went through. Alright, so we're going to do this stick first. Okay. Yeah, I mean, alright. Alright, let's go. We back in. Alright, cooking. Got it. Okay. Let's hit it with some flux. For the corners at least for now. Like I did that first one, but I did it with no flux. Got it? Okay. All right. Oh, hold on. Did I get now? Let me hit these up with some flux. And double check. Hold on, let me get that little bit of excess off. There we go. And that's one side. That's done. All right. Now we're about to do the other side. Give me a second. Oh, that was fun. Okay. Okay. Let's hit this side with flux now. Okay. Okay. All right. Just needed that to hold it in place. So now I can finish. Yep. All right. That's it. All right. We're going to clean that off. Okay. Now we're going to clean this off. I see a little gap in one of them. Hit this real quick. There we go. Got it. Okay. All right. All right. Now we're gonna go over it with the microfiber, not too hard. All right. Whew. End result. Now, we're gonna fully put it back together, and then we're gonna calibrate it like that. Well, normally I would do like the little jitter thing with it, like this, but I don't have. I can do the jitter thing directly from the software, and it'll be just as effective. So. But I am going to hook them up with some, okay, these are the analog stick caps that came with my Guild kit, but since I was using them on the DualSense Edge module, you don't want to replace it. You want to leave those the way they are because of the detachability. So I'm going to put these on this. Perfect. What the fuck? There we go. See? There we go. Alright, let me zoom in a little bit because I'm about to put the controller back together. Alright. Thank you, Flux. Thank you, Solder, that I bought from Micro Center. We're going to keep the grabbies, because I'm going to need those. Thank you, John Wick. Alcohol, you stay here for a second. Where the fuck's the top? Oh, right here. Toothbrush. Okay. Oh, right. We got that back in. Got it. Okay. Okay. Now we gotta do the vibration motors. Give me a second. Okay. All right. All right. Now here's the fun part: putting back the microphones. Okay. So we're gonna do the front microphone first. Shit. Okay. All right. We got the front mic. Now we put the back microphone on. Hold up. Push that back down. Perfect. All right. Now we do the back microphone. We'll put the battery cover on first. No, I think this was a... Yep. Okay. Now hook up the bottom microphone. Oh, that's fine. I see it. Give me a second. Push it all the way in. There we go. Now it's all the way in. That's all the way in. Okay. What the fuck is my cover for this? It's somewhere over here. It might have fell. Yep, it fell. I see it. Ugh. Okay. Back together. I hooked them up with some better analog sticks. Well, not just the inner sticks, but the actual outer sticks too. Okay. Everything's hooked up. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Where's his face? Where the hell the face plate at? Oh, right. We back. Okay. Now I'm gonna switch my screen over so we can do the calibration. Okay. But matter of fact, I'm gonna put all these little brushies in here. Put another one in there. Grab the brushes here. Alright folks, we switch screens. No, we're gonna go to display 2. I got a stacked double monitor set up. Whew. Let me get my wire. Phone fully charged. Great. So we about to head to the gym. Okay. Slide this up. Bookmarks. Alright, where's dual shot tools? Damn. They actually have a oh, hold up. Let me try to zoom in. If it lets me, let me zoom in this disclaimer. It actually has a disclaimer that says this utility could not fix stick drift. I mean, come on, bruh. But hey, that's how people are in this society. Like, damn. Hold on, let me see if it'll let me zoom in. Nah, bro, it ain't gonna wait. Nah, bro, it ain't gonna let me zoom in. Damn, I wish this shit let me zoom in so y'all can see this shit. Hold on, let me see if I maximize this. Damn, yo, it doesn't zoom in, but yo, the little blue box here, that says this utility could not fix stick drift. The fact that okay, the fact that you actually have to have, because that disclaimer wasn't on here before. Like, that disclaimer was not there. That when I did my edge sticks, which was like a couple of weeks ago, that disclaimer wasn't there. Wow, the fact that you have to tell people that's insane work. All right, well, let's get to calibrating. Okay. No. We're not updating it here. I'll update it when I hook it up to my station. Oh, hold on. That's showing. Let me minimize. Later. We're not doing that on here. Oh my goodness. Okay, man, it wasn't pushed all the way down. All right, let's say now it's perfect. Okay. There we go. Bro, we about to do it. I just had to make the sticks wasn't all the way down. Okay. Now we are about to calibrate stick center. Hold up. Was that? Okay, hold up. Oh, quick calibration. Okay. Okay. That's the 10x zoom. Now we're going to go to the regular. Okay. Now calibrate stick range center. Nice and slow. Okay. Done. Now we check the circularity. Oh, that's perfect. I could take that. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Now we're going to save the changes. And Brolic do control. Oh, I was right. Yeah, it was a BDM 20. Yep. I knew it was a BDM 10 or a BDM 20. Yep. Now we check everything on. Now it's not going to, I don't think it's going to let me try. Let me see if it'll capture this. Let me see if it does screen capture. Oh no, because yeah, okay, yeah, it's not going to let me do that because I would have to have my capture card plugged up. Oh well, I have it plugged up, but I would have to have it hooked up to my PlayStation. So the next part is basically what I always do with every controller. I run Astro's Playroom and do the controller introduction to make sure everything is working. So yeah, this is the end of this video. The coworker homie Brolic dude is going to be overjoyed that he'll be able to play the Duty 2K or whatever he plays, that no more stick drift, because I know it's annoying in the Duty. That's the only thing is, like, I didn't test it off the bat. I didn't hook it up before I did the stick exchange. I just got right to it. So, you know what I'm saying? If you tell me it's drifted, like if a coworker or whoever, doing this repair for, if they tell me it's drift, I'm taking their word for it. I'm replacing the stick and calling it a day. Once in a while, I'll not forget to test it. Like my coworker Brian, who gave me the two controllers that I could keep and the one to fix for him. I actually tested one of those, and that shit. You talk about a Beyonce song, that shit was to the left, to the left. I'm like, yo, that is wild. But I turned that controller into a Last of Us limited edition, which I traded in at GameStop. So, yeah. All right. So, hold on, let me switch over. All right. Bruh. Okay, let me zoom this thing. Well, not zoom, but Alright, well, that concludes this video. Another controller successfully done. So yeah, hopefully this year I'll get maybe some more internet clients. I don't know. If I do, great. If I don't, great. But you see the quality and the passion I put into this work. Like I'm passionate about it. So I make sure, upon being passionate about it, I don't likely fuck up, especially if it's someone else's property. Because if you fuck up, you have to replace it. So I make sure I do the job efficiently the first time around. But yeah, another video is the last video of 2025. Would you look at that? Thanks for watching. I hope I taught you something new. Have a great and prosperous 2016. Peace.